Should LeBron James want a third star?
Why not? Hell yeah, why not? I think LeBron at this age where he could be great for a half. I mean, it sucks to say that, but it's true. You look at his stats, even last game that closed out, he was killing the whole first half, right? Second half, not as much. I get it, he is older, he's 38, he's still the best, but time is catching him. Anthony Davis, he's a great player. I'm sorry, he's a great talent. Mm-hmm. But he's not always a great player. We can't find him sometimes. Sometimes he'll ball out. Other times we can't even find him. Why not have a third option when AD's going through that phase where he doesn't feel like playing or he's just, I don't know. You give a guy like Kyrie Irving there. Oh, my God. Imagine that type of offensive firepower. So now we seen LeBron James. This is why I know it'll work, because we seen LeBron James playing so much off the ball this year. I've never seen it. Draymond Green talked about how it looks so different. And as I'm watching the game, I'm like, dang, it looks different seeing LeBron James off the ball, catching and shooting, playing off the ball, letting the other guys do pick and roll action. Now you get somebody like Kyrie Irving where it really can go down, man, they're going to be in trouble. And I think they'll be the favorite in the West.
JD, let me tell you why not. Here is, to me, the most important reason LeBron James shouldn't want a third star. Now, does he need one? Yes. But why shouldn't he have one? Because there's two dialogues that are had.
Okay.
There's the narrative dialogue, and there's the reality dialogue. LeBron has already won in the reality dialogue. He's the top scorer ever. He's top 25, I believe, in assists. I think he's top 50, top 70 in rebounds. He's top in everything. He is great in reality.
Yep.
But in narrative form, LeBron James ain't got 6 rings. So not only does LeBron need to continue to win more rings, third superstar would help that, but how does he win them? If LeBron gets a third star and is the third best player on a championship team, that doesn't aid him at all in narrative form. And unfortunately, narrative form is the last thing that matters for LeBron James, because he's won in reality. In reality, he's one of the greatest players ever. And truth be told, if you're talking about objective data, there's a lot that supports him being the greatest player ever. But in narrative form, Jordan got 6. He won 3, took 2 years off, won 3 more.
Right.
Shady, if LeBron wins another title, if he gets to 5, but if he gets to 5 behind Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis and Trae Young, we will not hold, the narrative will not hold that 5th title in the same way.
That is bullcrap. And I don't, you my dog, I got to call you out. That is bullcrap. You telling me if LeBron James, first of all, he's never going to be like a non-factor. He's going to be a factor in the game. Let's get that straight. And then number 2, you telling me if LeBron James go out there and get another 5th ring because he's with Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving, he won't get the same credit?
You wouldn't.
That sounds crazy.
Here's why.
We're going to talk about, when we compare the stats, we're going to talk about how he's the leading scorer, he got all his assists, rebounds, games won in the playoffs, all that, and we're going to talk about championships. And he's going to add up his 5 and his 6 compared to Michael Jordan. What?
But Shady, if I'm being honest with you,
be honest.
You know how it goes.
How it go?
If the Lakers were to run the table this year, assuming the playoff series had gone as they had previously gone, say not run the table, say they had won a chip, AD was probably going to win Finals MVP. Did Jordan ever lose a Finals MVP? Oh, wait.
No.
He didn't. And at the end of the day, when you're having these narrative conversations...
Of the greats?
Not of the greats, of Jordan.
Only
of Jordan.
No, we can't add like... What do you mean, like Kobe?
We don't compare LeBron to Kobe. We compare LeBron to Jordan.
Okay, so real quick, because you're talking so crazy, the lights is going off. If we talking about Rushmore, right?
Yes. I'm not talking
Who's on your Rushmore? No. Who's on your... I'm sorry. Who's on your Rushmore? This is wild.
Jordan, LeBron,
Kobe.
Rushmore's 4. I'm not putting Kobe on my Rushmore.
Come on.
Jordan, LeBron, Russell, Kareem.
Kareem. Oh, he got titles. He didn't get the MVP. I mean, the Finals MVP, did he?
Shade.
Come on. You this boy slick. Joy, what we talking about here?
Joy.
A ring's a ring. Listen, I'm bringing my ring in tomorrow. And guess how much time I got that game? 0. And when you come to the show, hi, we're here with LeSean McCoy, 2-time. What's he talking about?
Joy, should LeBron want a third star?
I mean, stars is a little dramatic, but yes, why not? First of all, I disagree with the narrative of all that. Like, that's really pulling for and clawing at discrediting LeBron James at that point. Like, LeBron, one, would obviously be a factor in that championship if, in this imaginary world, this were to happen and they were to win a championship next year. He would be 39 years old. We would absolutely still consider him to be a factor, and it would still be LeBron's team. Any team LeBron is on is going to be LeBron's team.
King.
Even if he doesn't win Finals MVP. By the way, Steph did not win all the finals.
And that hurts him. And that hurts him tremendously.
We
just talking about him comparing to Magic.
We don't compare him to Michael, so I understand the Michael conversation. But in my opinion, if you are a Michael Jordan zealot, as I am, there really isn't much, if anything, that LeBron is going to do to change your mind about him being the greatest of all time. But LeBron is absolutely one of the greatest of all time, 1A, whatever.
Right.
It doesn't really actually even matter to me anymore, and I am a Michael zealot. He doesn't have anything else he has to do. If he wins another championship, that is going to add to his legacy. By the way, since we always love to do these on-paper conversations that we just had and the reality conversations we just had, who else has like a really good third option? Does Nikola Jokic have a pretty deep team? Does he have a couple options after Jamal Murray that can hit some shots? I think he does. So does this not count for a good series or run for him? We're still giving Jokic credit, right? Even though he has a super awesome team. The Celtics definitely have a third option.
Not
the
option,
Bucks
Joy.
have a third option.
Star.
Bucks have a third star. Bucks have a third star.
Sure. I don't know that.
No. Bucks have a third star.
Like Drew Holiday's, but he's a two-time All-Star.
No. He's a third option.
Yeah.
The Nuggets, I won't say they have a third option, but the Bucks do.
Nuggets absolutely have multiple third options, and the Bucks have a third star. They have a third star. We're not going to argue that the Bucks have a third star, right?
I'm
Can
saying
we say that?
Drew Holiday is.
Okay, so nobody says that Giannis didn't win that championship because they have a third star. In fact, nobody even wants to talk about how deep that team was. They got a first team all defense,
so I'm saying yes.
The Sixers, the Clippers, the Warriors. It's okay to have good players on your team. You need good players on your team to win championships. The part of the reason why the Nuggets are in the position that they are in is because Jokic is the best player in the world. And guess what? Jokic has probably been one of, if not the best player in the world for the last 3 years. And this is their first time in the championship. Why, Rick? Because the team is awesome and available and healthy and clicking and playing well. This is a team game at the end of the day. So why wouldn't he? LeBron won a third star.
I will tell you why not. Because you've all asked why not. Well, Acho hasn't because.
No, because he said why not.
Yeah. Because of the cost of getting the third star.
That's a good point.
You said that the Denver Nuggets have multiple options at that third spot. That's what makes them special. I could go through all of the teams that have won championships over the last 5 years and say they didn't have a big three. Did the Warriors last year have a big three for the way that Klay Thompson played or Draymond played?
Wiggins is a...
But it was still multiple players that contributed. You go to the Toronto Raptors. After Kawhi Leonard, did they have a big three? The Bucks. I know now we're looking back. No, hold on. It was as much Brooke Lopez. It was as much Pat Connaughton. It was as much Bobby Portis coming off the bench.
Both players are always going to contribute. But you're telling me that Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, and Giannis Antetokounmpo, that's not a third option?
That is a third option. But if we're talking about stars, and again, what it costs you to get that third star. Chris Middleton is now viewed as a star because he has a ring. He wasn't viewed as that. He was in the G League at one point. The depth and diversity of a team. Look, we just saw the Nuggets do it to the Lakers. After Jokic, Jamal Murray's not even regarded by some as a true star.
He never made an All-Star.
Okay, wait,
they swept them.
Star and superstar, can we say that's two different things?
Yes, sure.
Okay, so we would say Drew Holiday's a star. We're not going to say that Chris Middleton's not a star?
No, let's be accurate.
Okay.
Drew Holiday went to the All-Star game in 2012, 2013, and he won again this past year.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Bucks won the title in 2020. So at the point in which 2021, at the point in which the Bucks won a title, Drew Holiday hadn't been an All-Star in 9 years.
Yeah.
So the point being made is that when
you still could be a star though. You can, so as Jamal Murray,
if you're not an All-Star, I don't know how you can be a star.
So is Jamal Murray a star?
Yes, I would say there's a caveat.
Okay, hold. So to your point, because you did all the numbers, how many All-Star appearances does Jamal Murray have?
None.
Okay. He's not viewed as a star.
A superstar and a star are two different things.
Superstar
we can say that Jamal Murray and we can say that Chris Middleton are stars. There are solid star players in this league. Can we not say that?
I'm not talking about visibility or Instagram.
Am I a star?
I'm not talking about that.
I'm nervous.
We know what we're all saying here. These are great players who would be the number 2 option on most teams in the NBA.
And I got last one real quick for the stars.
Fair.
Do the Bucks win a championship if Drew Holiday's not there?
No, sir.
No. And does the Nuggets? Do they get to this point without Jamal Murray?
No, absolutely. They haven't.
Okay, but that's only two. When you're talking about the Denver Nuggets, well, let's say that Jamal Murray is a star. Who's their third star?
I said they didn't have third stars.
Okay.
I didn't say that.
And I could give you more examples of teams that didn't have a bona fide third star. If, again, to your point, like this is all about LeBron winning another championship. How do you build another championship team? You can say, yeah, why not have a third star? But is a third star going to get him any closer to a championship as opposed to just having multiple good players that are that third option?
That's another layer of conversation because if you're talking about what you'd have to give up to get one of these guys.
But that's the reality.
Well, okay, but
look at all the top.
Having a more fun light conversation, Rick. We weren't getting into all the details, Rick.
Let's go to the other side of this.
We were
I'm sorry.
they were going to keep together.
No, wait a minute. You were the one who said I always have 10 toes down. So I'm giving you 10
all right, well, I wasn't prepared to have that conversation.
But
if that's the case, then yeah, of course you can't give up all your depth to get a Kyrie Irving or a Trae Young. If you can do a deal that's reasonable, well, I'm fixing my top here.
But let's do, look, what we got. KD, Kyrie, James Harden. Devin Booker, Chris Paul, KD. Like, how many examples of teams that had 3 bona fide stars over the last 5-6 years, but gave away their depth in order to get it?
That's tough. They got to play together. Everybody named they didn't really play together. They didn't just finish out and play
But what was
together.
their weakness?
They didn't.
Their bench.
But they didn't play together though. Right? Even Chris Paul, we talked about Chris Paul, he left out. James Harden and Kyrie Irving and KD, they didn't really play together.
But were they rolling?
I got a better question for you, though. Do you think that Austin Reeves can because he's young and he had an emerging season, do you think he could potentially be that third superstar?
No. No, I think he's really good. Okay. And I think he can be part of a championship caliber team, but I think he's got to be one of those mix and match third options where, like, times he's going to give you that game, and times you're looking for somebody else to be that bona fide star.
Yeah.
And let's be honest about this too. We're having this conversation because of the conversation of Trae Young and Kyrie
Correct.
Irving.
And I think there's a delineation between Trae Young, Kyrie Irving, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, KCP,
Trae
Young, Kyrie Irving, Austin Reeves, like Trae Young, Kyrie Irving, Maxey. I think
it's not close.
I think there's a difference there in star, but it is a fascinating conversation.
You're right about
we'll
that.
have it off camera between, like, what is a star, what's an all-star, what's a superstar.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.